Hello again, viewers and fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night once again, and sounds like my refrigerator just kicked on. Sorry about the buzz. Um, I am here because I have finished my preliminary work on the tree breeding for the Forestry and in the Feed the Beast mod pack. And I am going to be showing off how to make what trees. But first, I'm going to need to show you a couple machines and a couple tools. Uh, the first thing you are going to need to do, however, is you need to start getting some bees going. And if you want an idea, this isn't the end-all be-all of the ideas. There's probably simpler or more efficient ways of doing this, but I have a pollinator video up, and the pollinator is what I'm using for all those little tree grows that you see over there. But first, you are going to need a carpenter, and the way you make that is with bronze ingots, a sturdy casing, and some glass, and that'll get you one carpenter. And you'll need to provide power, the MJ kind of power. And all this is just a redstone energy cell because it's portable and you can put it down anywhere. I just have one here and am powering these two machines directly by it. But what you need is, in order to make this first thing here, is some copper ingots, some glass panes, some redstone dust, and some diamonds. And you put those in the carpenter. You give the carpenter some water, 2 buckets worth, and you can see that it immediately started working on this. Now this thing is called the treealizer, and what it does is it makes it so you can identify the saplings that you get from trees, identify their traits, but also it makes it so the trees, the saplings are of the forestry type of sapling for the ones that you get from base trees. I've had a lot of bad luck getting just the generic, normal, regular, default vanilla saplings to work with forestry, so I have to convert them over using the treealizer. But in order to get the treealizer to work, and here's the interface for it. It shows you the general, basically it's got 5 stages of information. You put the saplings that you want to identify here, like this, but as you can see nothing happened except it changed over. If you watch carefully, see this birch sapling, the image of it changed over to the forestry. But if you are also noticing, it says unknown on it. Now, in order to identify things, you need honey, or honey drops. And these are what the honey drops look like, but in order to get them, you need to put them in the centrifuge. Now, the centrifuge, let me go ahead and put that in there, get that going. The centrifuge is made just like the carpenter, only instead this time it's copper ingots, some glass, and some sturdy casing, and a sturdy casing. That'll get you one centrifuge. And the centrifuge, when powered, oh, it didn't do it that time. Hold on. Time to go get some honey, or honeycomb. What you need to do is get some honeycomb. And put it in here in the centrifuge, and it will spit out beeswax, honey drops, or some of each. And it'll go through the stack until it's done. And this is compatible with the hoppers and pipes, so you can pipe things in or hopper stuff in, and it'll just automatically go on to the next batch. But the usage for the honey drops is you put it here in this little symbol that looks like a teardrop, and then you put the saplings in. Right now, these apple oak saplings, which now they're called apple oak, they go here, and you saw that one honey drop got used up for identifying the stack of same things. Now it says height, the H is small, the fruit that it bears is apple. And then on this first pane here, you can see that it has normal sapling generation. It matures fast, or fastest. It's not a tall tree. Using these saplings, you don't get the big giant oaks. You just get the stubbier ones. The girth is a 1 by 1. It's low yield and low sapiness. The next pane, it needs light to grow. It can grow in plains, and it grows fruits, the apples, and the support for it is the palms family, which apples are in the palms family. An interesting thing to note, in actually more than one language, the word for apple is palm, and actually potatoes are apples of the earth, or pomme de terre in French. So what that means is it is a family of fruit, and the type of fruit in that family is apple. But I digress. We have a red spruce sapling that changed the name and the sapling image. It is average height, no fruit. It's a 1 by 1, and it's got all this other information. This pane, I didn't go into it on this, but I might as well go ahead and finish these up. It can produce fruit, or if it can produce fruit, that will be on this page. I haven't seen anything show up on this possible mutations page, and then lastly it gives a pseudo scientific name, the Latin nomenclature for the kingdom, class, order, family, genus, species, and it'll have sometimes a little blurb of text filled in on here. But I'll go ahead and do the spruce. Now it says height small, no fruit, 1 by 1, needs plains. And lastly, the jungle. The height larger, fruit cocoa. It's a 1 by 1 tree. It'll tolerate plains, so obviously I can plant them here. But it prefers the jungle. And as far as I know, the only jungle fruit are the cocoa plants. Oops. And as you can see here, since this has fruit, possible produce is cocoa. I don't think I've ever seen anything on the possible specialty, so I don't have any information on that. And the jungle sapling doesn't really have a huge classification list. It's just here. And this authority thing, for those who don't know, Sengir is the person who made the Forestry mod. Make that morning. But the next thing that we're going to need to go into here is the grafter. Now, when the trees cross-pollinate using the bees, it will change leaf blocks into something that looks different from the standard leaf block for that tree. And in order to get the saplings, you can just bare-fisted punch it, but it'll only stand the base chance of that tree's leaves to actually produce a sapling. So, in order to guarantee a sapling drop, you need to make this thing called a grafter. That's 2 sticks and a bronze ingot will get you 1 grafter. Now, the grafter is kind of frustrating. It has 6 uses before it completely breaks. The first 5 uses will get you a sapling. The last use won't get you anything more than the base leaf chance. So you're going to end up with whole bunches of almost used up grafters, and they don't repair, and they're just kind of annoying. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to use the thaumium grafters, which have either double or triple the amount of saplings you can get out of a tree. And for those who are into Thaumcraft, It is 2 thaumium ingots and 1 stick in the arcane workbench or work table, whatever it's called. It does require 160 Vs in order to make, so the wand of the apprentice won't work. You'll need at least the wand of the adept. Now, the way you get to that, really briefly, I'm not going to go into Thaumcraft too much here, is after you finally get the thaumium research, you can then research the thaumium scoop and then the thaumium grafter. And that's pretty much all I'm going to be going into it on this. I guess I'll toss this guy here. Now, the saplings here are what I used for planting these groves over here. Now, the base trees, the jungle tree, the birch, the spruce, and the oak tree, they do not all cross-pollinate with each other to produce new tree mutations. You can get hybrids, but they don't actually produce the new trees. So what I have here is the 6 possible combinations of the base trees: the jungle the jungle tree with the birch, the jungle tree with the spruce, the jungle tree with the oak. Then over here I have the birch with the spruce, birch with the oak, and then finally the spruce with the oak. Now, it's been my experience that the crossbreeding just the base vanilla trees, the jungle trees don't really give anything at all. And neither does, as far as I've been able to tell, crossbreeding the birch with the spruce. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to be covering the birch with the oak and the spruce with the oak. Now, first off, this is a chunk loader. I have several of them going. You will see them throughout the next few videos. These are just to keep the little groves in active memory, even though I'm not over there. The chunk loader is keeping that in memory, so things are going on. But the first combination that I want to show you here is the silver lime, and I don't need these saplings anymore, so I'll put them here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this. And hold on, let me turn off. There we go. And I'm going to come over here so this doesn't interfere with the pollination. The bees do have a pollination radius, and so if you have other trees within the range, they will cross-pollinate. Like those bees might be able to reach some of the leaves of the outside edges of those. But as far as I understand, it will only reach to about here. It does reach farther than the flowers that are produced, but I don't think it reaches anywhere past here for the pollination. So with any luck, I'm good on this. If not, then I'm sure I'll hear about it. But I need to go this way a little bit. First off, we have the silver lime sapling, and go ahead and identify that. It is a 1x1 tree. It's small, has no fruit, prefers the plains. Obviously, you can grow here. Nothing else of import here. A little text here. I've got a cow friend. But to show you what the silver lime looks like, since it's a 1x1 tree, I only need to do one, and I will sapling that, or I will bone meal that. And this here is a silver lime. Now, the purpose behind getting these different trees is, at first, they produce different kinds of wood. Later on, you will find trees that produce fruit and nuts that are good for making seed oil or just eating. But for the most part, you're going to want them for decorative trees or for their wood types. Now, to show you what that looks like here, And I forgot to get some Buildcraft pipes, didn't I? Get 2 of those. First off, this is the base log, sideways of course because I aimed wrong. The wood is its own special color, and I'm going to show you this, the actual planks. Oh, come on now. Don't be like that. There. Da, da, da. Oh. There. And then I'll put that there and make that float up above it. There we go. That's what the wood looks like. You get the fence posts, the half slabs, the planks, and the stairs. Go away. And also for the Buildcraft mod, where I put it, there it is. You can get these things called facades, and they go on the Buildcraft pipes and look like the either the log if placed on the top or side like that, or just the planks in general, and they cover up the Buildcraft pipes. When you break the facade, it does break the pipe, so keep that in mind. But right now what I'm going to be going into for these videos is basically just the products and the how-to for the trees. So let me get back over here and turn off the gravity engine so it's 100%. Turn it back on, and I will dispose of this because actually I might just go ahead and repopulate those. I'll decide after I make the video. But what I need right now is a thaumium grafter. There we go. And the way you get these saplings, oh, and the cross-pollinated leaves all look different for each type of tree. This is the standard birch leaf, and this is the cross-pollinated birch leaf. Same way with the oak and the pollinated oak. I guess I'll go back over here and demonstrate the jungle tree. This is a duller green for the normal jungle tree, and then the more vibrant green for the pollinated ones, and the spruce. You've got this pine, the dark pine color for the normal, and then the cross-pollinated blocks are there. Some of the colors are really, really subtle on some of the future trees, but if you look careful, you can see them. But all you have to do to get these saplings is just attack the leaf block, and it'll pop off a new sapling when you're using the grafter 100% of the time. And as you can see, the durability of my grafter is going down, and hopefully I will be able to get a silver lime sapling out of this. Oh, there's an apple. Let's see here. There we go. Got one right then. And just like the regular grafter, if I attack this leaf block with the last use of the grafter, it only stands the base chance of getting a sapling, so don't use the last use of the grafter. Let's see here. What did I get? Saplings. I got an apple oak. Actually, let me go ahead and use the treealizer to show you how this works on these. Put that in there. And treealizer. This is a normal apple oak. However, it is a hybrid. And you can see the hybrids have blue text on them. It says apple oak silver birch hybrid. Won't produce any fruit. And nothing else really special about it. This is the silver birch apple oak. And there are two different kinds of silver birch apple oaks. They have different traits on them, but I haven't really gotten any traits to carry on from one family to another. I was hoping eventually to have a giant sequoia tree that looked like a willow, and I haven't gotten that going yet, so I don't know if that's really possible. What am I doing? This. These apple oak, silver birch, and finally the new silver lime right here. The silver lime is a 1x1 tree, as you saw from earlier. It can support nuts and fruit and the prunes and the pomes, but it doesn't actually have any. But the silver lime does lead to other trees, so that's important. But that's that, and I'll go ahead and put those in here. And I will move on to the next tree. The next one is the Mundane Larch. I'll grab one of these saplings and some of these steps. There. And then I'll go over here. So I'm out of range. I guess I should have shown you this stat first. Where'd it go? Oh, I'm using the forester's bag, or backpack. The Mundane Larch is a 1x1 tree. Has no fruit. It can grow in the plains. Nothing special there. But I go ahead and plant this. Come back here a little bit farther. Bone meal. And this is how the larch looks. It's a little bit taller than the average spruce, the average smaller spruce tree, but it's about the same girth, or the same tree girth, or I can't talk today. The same leaf girth. The leaf blocks come out about 3 spaces, just like the regular spruce tree. But the logs look like that. They have that pinkish color there on the wood itself. It's actually kind of nice looking. We've got... Oh, did I only grabbed one. I will do this. Ta-da! And then build another one of these. Oh, I did that? Ta-da! And there. I know that's upside down, but oh well. It's sort of a pinkish color wood. It's in all other aspects just like the other wood types. See if I can get the silver lime over there and this to line up so you can do a sort of side-by-side comparison. That's really hard to see, but when I upload this map, you'll be able to come in and investigate the wood types, and I will leave some in the chest over there for you to tinker with the building. But let me go ahead and graft these trees for the saplings. Da-da. Oh yeah, flight engine. Da-da. I think I may have already just gotten a larch, but I'm going to use up this grafter. And I'll pull some from this side. Da, 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 da. Oh, that was the end of it. I'm stuck. All right. I will... There we go. 5 larches. I'll go ahead and identify these, and then that will probably be the end of this first video. But there's the larch. An apple oak red spruce. A red spruce apple oak. Another type of red spruce apple oak. And some other variant of red spruce apple oak. As well as 2 more types of apple oak red spruces, I presume. Yes. And these do not stack with each other because they are different sub-hybrids. Some of them, like this one, height small, fruit none. This one, height small, fruit apple. This spruce can produce apples, which is kind of weird. Or sometimes the apple oaks don't produce fruit. They just have different modifications in their genes that make it so the saplings are different from each other. So you're going to, when you do this, you're going to end up with a whole lot of saplings you don't want, and then a few of the ones that you do. But I will go ahead and put these in here. And I will probably... Yeah, I will go ahead and refill these chests with stacks of the different types of wood blocks when it comes to the map upload. But you can go around and graft these so you can see what sorts of tree combinations you get. Like, for instance, using, there it is, the jungle tree with the apple oak, you can stand a chance of getting cocoa beans, apples, or sometimes even none at all from either of them. You can get, I think, apple trees this tall by doing that crossbreeding, but I haven't been able to yet. Right now I've mostly been focusing on getting the crossbreeds for all the rest of those trees so I can make this series of videos. But as far as this video is concerned, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. Thanks for watching. Hope you were informed enough to be able to get started on your own. Keep an eye out for my next few videos on this subject. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when I've got some new stuff up. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. And until my next video, thanks for watching once again. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.